Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to my channel. Hello, my name is Alex Coulombe. I'm a Rochester disc golf player, and we're here at Pfrommer Woods B9. Right now, I believe we're currently standing. Well, first off, go watch the other video, but I'll give you 3 seconds. Now, if you haven't looked at the first video, you probably have already watched it. I'm sitting at even par right now, and yeah, so hoping to score big on the second half. This is a little bit more difficult to score birdies on, but not any more difficult than the other ones to get pars on. So hit the gaps, approach, get your pars. That's kind of my strategy on this back nine, but we're running this hole 10. Hole 10 is a tricky but pretty easy hole to score on. There's a gap all the way down there that you just gotta hit, and then you'll be parked for the basket. Sorry, there's mosquitoes everywhere back here. But it's only 249 feet. We're going with the EMAC Truth, my favorite mold ever. And yeah, so hit the gap down there, be parked, get a birdie. That's the game plan here. Oh, I hit the ace run tree, so that means we're pretty far down there, and we're definitely gonna have a putt. So we're pretty close. We got about 6-7 feet for birdie, and we can go 1 under par on the first hole of the back nine. There we go. That's what we like to see. So this is going to be a really disappointing hole to kind of record, because you're not going to be able to see like half the flight, because it is a pretty tricky hole even to just get down there. But it's 299 feet, almost straight, slightly left, but there's so many trees in the way. I mean, there's possibility to hit everything here. We're going with the Dynamic Disc Genius. Hopefully hyzer flip with a little bit of turn right down the middle, and hopefully it fades back. This is a hop, skip, and a prayer, or however that saying goes. Yikes. So we threw that -4 disc on Anheuser, and it went about as well as you would expect. We are very much right, and hopefully we have a look at par. I mean, birdie's definitely out of the question, because that went about 3 feet. So I guess we'll see. So this is gonna be really tricky. Basket's behind all those trees, so I'm gonna have to use a Felon really soft forehand to really dump at the basket if we don't want a 30-footer. But it's definitely possible. Let's see if I can execute. Awesome. We did it. We're parked. Change of plans, not parked, but pretty close otherwise. Basket's right there. Let's just get this putt. Dang it. Not gonna hit all of them, that's for sure. So that's rather unfortunate. So hole 12 is another just really tight tunnel all the way down 233 feet. So it's not a super long one. I can kind of throw my EMAC a little bit closer to the ground to minimize tree hits, but there's a really tight gap off the, like right on the tee pad. So guess we'll see where this ends up. Maybe we can get that bogey back. Oh boy. So we hit the gap. that was most important thing. The most important thing out here is hitting the initial gap. Unfortunately, wrong disc selection. Should have thrown my yellow EMEC truth. I carry 3 truths in the bag. My yellow one's my kind of stable one. We'll flip up the flat and maybe with a little bit of turn, but not really. That's my lucid one, so that one kind of fades pretty difficult. Yeah, so we made it to about where I'm standing right now, and we just started drifting completely left and off the fairway, almost onto the alphabet loop, because that's like right next door to us at the moment. So we're just gonna look for this because it's very much left, and we're gonna have to decide what we gotta do once we find it. So we're down here, we got a putt, but it's more of a glorified layup because there's a couple of guardian trees. So we're gonna give it a chance on some Anheuser, but I seriously doubt this one's going in. Yep. Just short. We got this left. Just gonna bang this in and pick up our par and live to see. So this is a pretty short hole, 148. Kind of like a dog leg all the way. If you just put something nice and overstable there on Anheuser, it'll just crash right down onto it. Or you can go for the ace line with the flex forehand. Either way, something overstable. I'm using a Brian Earhart Zone by Discraft. And we're just gonna pop this up there. Hopefully it just glides down and goes right towards the basket. Oh, and I hit the last tree. So, holes like these are really hard to film, especially when you're by yourself. So if you guys have any suggestions at all on what I could be doing better to further increase the viewing potential of these videos, that would be much appreciated. I know it's hard to see some of the holes, but with the stationary little tripod that I have, it gets the job done, but I know it could be so much better. I'm gonna try to do my best in post, but I'm doing the best I can, but it is difficult at times to get the whole hole. So yeah, just let me know any suggestions you have in the comments on what I could do better for sure. But onto the putt. Got a nice little putt here. We hit this tree that's right behind me, right there. We kicked back a little bit, but should have an easy putt right here. Not easy, about 20 feet, but guess we'll see. There we go. Knocking down a big one today. And yep, I have no idea what my score is. Future Alex is gonna keep a track of all that, and scores should be popping up between every holes. Well, all I know is we're doing good. I think we're under par actually, because we did take a bogey. But I think so we went to even. I think we're back down to 1 under, going on to a fairly difficult hole. So I'm pretty happy. So this hole's kind of tricky. It goes in, then straight. So I'm hopefully going with a riv. Hopefully it goes straight the whole way with like a little bit of turn and keeps going. But even just going straight and hitting the gap all the way down there is also a play. But we're looking for a par on this one. Nothing more, nothing less. Not what I wanted, but also what I wanted at the exact same time. Not what I wanted, as in I did not get enough turn on it enough, but I had a tree and got a lovely tree kick. So pretty good. Like I said, we got a lovely tree kick. We're right here, basket's right there. I know it's hard to see with all the backgrounds, but it's that little metallic structure right about here. But if we knock this down, we get a birdie. If we don't, we get a par. It's exactly what I wanted on this hole, so I guess we'll see. Oh, don't roll. This is why I say nothing more, nothing less, because it should be a reminder to my brain that I want to lay up here and take a par and not run it and have a potential roll away to about 20 feet uphill. So that was a whole mental thing about me. When I see the basket, I like to run it, but sometimes it's not smart for me to run it, especially when I know I really have no chance of making it. So we're just walking to my lie now, and not as bad as I thought, but could have been parked. Hopefully I can get away with this little mistake, but here you're often punished for making mistakes. So let's take advantage of a gift and put this in. Let's go. Keeping the dream alive. So this is a fun one. There's a forehand line, really tight, backhand line if you want to get lucky, and the basket's on a pile of rocks and elevated. So we're kind of praying for a forehand here. I usually take the backhand line, but I need to work on my forehand a lot. So we're gonna do it anyways. This may or may not result in a terrifying bogey or double, maybe triple, probably triple. I hit the gap. Hit the gap, just hit the last tree, a little bit more turned over than I wanted, but I hit the gap. My forehand's feeling mighty smooth today. But we're going to now approach, hopefully get on the rock pile. But yeah, and I'll get some close-ups of this rock pile because this is just a signature of Pfrommer Woods, because on this back nine, there's a lot of like rock formations that are just everywhere that I just haven't showcased yet, but this is for sure the coolest hole ever. So we are looking to just get on the rock formation. Can't really see it. I can't get a good angle on it without me completely blocking it for my shot. So hopefully you can kind of see it. It's kind of behind here. I'm gonna have to patent pending regardless, but I'm sorry, but I'll get a good look at it once I get up there. Trust me. Oh no! To lay up or not to lay up? That is the question. This is the rock structure that I was talking about. Again, it's super cool. We're gonna lay up and take a bogey here because I'm not feeling my putt really today. So we are straight up just going to get it on this rock formation and have a tap in bogue. Or not. I was hoping not to putt, but we're gonna have to putt. Sorry, there's nothing I can do about the sun. There we go. Just over the band. And we're going on to hole 16. So this is one of the longer holes out here, but 322 feet. I'm going with my iBlend Emperor. I usually throw this in the 400 mark range, but today I'm gonna throw it a little bit softer, hopefully use its good glide to really bring all the way down the fairway. I can nail a tree right in front of me. That's no bueno. There's this weird thing, like half tree, right in the center of the fairway, completely blocking the straight shot. This is it right here, right there. It completely blocks the middle gap. Makes it really tricky. And so to avoid that, I hit this tree, and now we're back here. Hopefully we can get an Anheuser Truth in there, and hopefully save par. We don't know. So we're looking for an Anheuser Truth. Here we go. See if I can get this. Oh, I got it. Now sit. There we go. We got a putt. So we had a really good approach considering where I was. I'm right there, that red disc, that's there. We got about 20 feet, but the wind's starting to pick up. So hopefully I can get this far. No. Dang it, man. Pretty unfortunate. We're gonna take a bogey, and I'll see you guys on hole 17. Hole 17 is about 289 feet. We're going with the riv, hopefully a straight to turnover shot to, river, and hopefully get right down there. Look at a putt, maybe. No, don't kick. Dang it. We are scrambling yet again. The basket's all the way down there. We're gonna have to use a little bit of forehand magic to get down there for the fairway to look for a putt. Kick in, please. We might be OB. Unless I got a kick and I'm somehow in bounds. I'm not sure. Most likely out. We did end up going OB. Luckily we're close to the basket, but hopefully we can get a bogey from here. There we go. And I think we're 2 over now, which is unfortunate. Here we go. Hole 18, right behind all those trees down there. It's really just a straight shot with a little bit of fade right at the end. We're going with my yellow EMAC. And that's perfect. Oh, looking for a bit of an ace there. But we should have a putt for birdie. Good round. Last hole, we went a little bit far. So hopefully we can knock down this birdie and have a pretty decent round. Oh no. Dang it. That is an unfortunate par, but what are we gonna do about it? Nothing. But altogether, pretty solid round. I'm pretty happy with it. This concludes my second ever video. If you haven't watched the front 9, I don't know why I watched the back 9 and the front 9, but if you are, watch. If you haven't, you just popped out of my triad. So we're gonna go avant-garde here. But if you enjoyed this, consider subscribing, give it a like, share it around. If you want to check out more clips of me throwing, check the Instagram in the description. And any suggestions, leave them in the comments, because I'm pretty new to this. I haven't done this at all. So this is my first take at it, first try at it. Let me know how it is. How's the editing? How's the shots? Again, I'm here by myself. Hopefully sometimes I have a little bit of hopefully I have a helper to help me film. But yeah, this is my first video ever. I'm Alex Coulombe. I'm a Rochester disc golfer, and I hope you all enjoyed.